2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
We're at the Golf Club Championship. Today's coverage is about to kick off.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beem in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hey Luke and Rich, I'm looking forward to treading the fairways again with these two because they were absolute fire the first time round, and I have a feeling that after their exchanges on social media, it'll be even more spicy out here.
Rich, how do you see this one playing out?
Well, last time they played, Tiger came out on top, so I expect this is going to be a lot of fun to watch, no matter who wins this week.
Well, Henny, I'm a little jumpy in my seat, and I can already see the man beside me sniggering. Rich Beem knows he's taken down Tiger once in his life, but I think it was only once.
Oh, please, Luke, let's not set Rich Beem off. Once we do that, we can't go back, so that's a whole different thing in itself. This match, though, or maybe he has taken some leaves out of the Rich Beem school of confidence and good golf, because, as Rich knows, it's possible. But is it possible today?
Well, that's the question we're going to get answered, aren't we? Very few people have ever laid claim to beating Tiger head-to-head. Good luck in your rivalry. You're going to need it.
Ooh, we're at the par 3 here. I love these holes.
Par 3, measuring 208 yards, a difficult par 3 to say the least.
A long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it? Oh, that's frustrating. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's 1 stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
The 4th at TPC Boston, Rich. A great short par 4.
Players looking to make birdie or better. The only difficulty is finding that front bunker. That's when big numbers can be had. For sure, birdies galore.
How close was that to going down? Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt.
This is on a great line.
You know, it's not if you make bogeys, it's how you respond. Well done.
And with it, he moves to 1 under par.
Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Just 2 shots back after that hole. I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
15 feet out. He's been staring this one down. This for back-to-back birdies.
Currently 1 under for the round. Here we are at the 6th hole.
Bunkers down the right-hand side are a nuisance. The pond fronting the left part of the green should not come into play if players find the fairway off their tee shots. Second shot to a very flat green. You can get it close, but still difficult on this long par 4.
That sucks. Fuck. A foot. I needed a
Setting
foot.
up miles from the hole.
He's got this to move into a tie with Tiger.
Was it a good line?
Damn, that was a good
A
putt.
par putt on the table. Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Probably
Let's take
not.
a look at the current standings.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Ooh, bold play here. Going with the chief off the tee.
Par 5, and only the long players can reach in two. Find the fairway, then make a decision. Do I go over the large bunker 100 yards away, or do I lay back of it? Either way, you must make a par 5 here, because birdies will be had by the big hitters.
This putt is for a share of second. Oh, just missed. Putting for par. Oh, that looks like a pure stroke.
Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's currently in first place, looking to hold that lead here.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. We've reached the 8th hole.
Par 3 and a diabolical green, to say the least. The left-hand side sits much higher than the right-hand side, and the green is usually very firm. A tough ask.
Oh, well played. That'll help make a big move. Why not take another look at that effort?
I'm glad we get to see this again. This one should be practiced at home.
Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. Teeing off now on the 9th hole.
9th hole, bunkers down the left will not come into play, and this green sits below the players on their second shot. We have seen birdies made here in the past, but they are really difficult to come by.
Rich, obviously, and we've joked about it a fair bit in this game, that you've been one of the rare players to take Tiger Woods down in his prime. But what was it like to play in the Tiger era, and just how dominant he was?
It was simply amazing. You knew that each and every week that he showed up to a tournament, you better have your game ready to go, because you assumed that he was going to be firing at all cylinders. Because even when he wasn't, his game was still good enough to beat most everybody in those fields. You wanted him there because you always want to test yourself against the best. However, if you weren't playing very well, you're kind of fearful teeing it up, because you just knew that your best at that moment in time wasn't nearly going to be good enough to beat Tiger, no matter what he brought to the table. He made each and every player look at their game in a different way and try and dissect it in order to weed out anything that didn't really need to be worked on, and got them more specific in the areas that they weren't good at. Their deficient areas, whether it's the short game, the driver, the iron play, whatever it is. But Tiger really made you take a long, hard look at your game and figure out where it's at, because you knew that you had to be at your best to beat him.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. He finds himself in a share of the lead. Teeing off now at the 11th hole.
Par 3 measures 231 yards from the back. A very difficult test indeed. A long green that is unforgiving as it slopes from back to front quite severely. Birdies are hard to run by, as pars can be as well.
Ooh, right by the hole. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Well done. And that makes him tied for first. Teeing off here on the 12th hole.
Par 4, 510 yards. Good luck. You'll need it.
Well, with a pocket full of FedEx Cup points over the last half a dozen starts or so, this player certainly has been delivering consistent results and pushing for wins or winning, Rich. Do you expect that to continue here this week?
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that.
Well, 13th. It's unlucky for some, Rich.
Par 4, back up the hill, 447 yards. This is an adventure-filled par 4.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
playing within their comfort zone there.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
That's disappointing. Job done. Let's head to the next.
Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
Well, he's behind, just in second place, looking to leapfrog.
Currently at 3 under for the day. Teeing off now on the 14th hole.
Fairway sweeps from right to left down the hill. Should you find the fairway, you'll have a decent look at finding the green in 2. But I gotta say, it is a difficult par 4, and you'd be happy to walk away with that score.
Looks to be going with the 6 iron.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. This is one of those great ball striking displays. Fairways and greens. A pleasure to watch.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Now leading by 1 shot. Now on the tee after a birdie. Fired up and ready for more.
Par 4, 421 yards. A seemingly simple par 4.
Time for the second shot at the 15th. That got a little out of control, I think.
A bit short with that effort.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. And a par putt awaits him.
It's looking solid.
And the putt drops now at 4 under, heading down the stretch.
And anything can happen down the stretch. Let's see what takes place.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. Currently in first position.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader. Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2.
Oh, that's a fantastic attempt, especially from that distance. But it didn't quite drop. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Let's see what happens here at the 17th.
Dog leg from right to left. Second shot is down the slope. Lots of bunkers on this hole, but should you avoid them and find this sliver of a green, then birdie will be on your mind.
No, that's not the shot they wanted. Ooh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough.
What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
Well, what a wonderful shot into the 17th. It sets up another putt inside birdie range. This is a good chance. And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. And that will take him to 5 under. He's currently tied for first. Of all the finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich, there's plenty that feel that TPC Boston could be right up with the very best of them.
Long hitters are looking to take it down the left-hand side and get the extra chase on the golf ball down the slope. That'll leave them with a very short second shot to a dangerous green, big deep bunker right, and a large hollow on the left-hand side. Birdies and eagles have been made before, but so have 6s and 7s.
Yeah, disappointing not to find the surface, Rich, but I like that play.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, but not so on this occasion.
This is always a good moment. A putt to win the tournament. Ouch, that hurts.
Well, moments don't get much bigger than this. A must make.
Oh, how about that, Rich? Do you want me to go fill up your cup? Looks like we're going to extra holes. This hole is a par 3.
Well, this player had a par earlier on this hole in regulation. Look, not too sure that's going to be good enough in this playoff.
Yeah, this one just swerving the green to the right-hand side.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
And this one is for his par. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole.
Hopefully this putt drops. This hole will set them back a bit, but there's still time to recover. Okay, and with that, they'll fall behind in the playoff. Let's move on to the next hole of this playoff, shall we?
Come on, that finish line's in sight. Let's power towards it. Yeah, that one will play. Well, what's your advice here, Rich, with the opponent so close to the hole?
Only look at the flagstick, look at nothing else, hit your shot and hit it close.
That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
You can sense an opportunity here.
I really hope this one drops for him.
Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie. All tied up after the second hole of the aggregate playoff.
Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
Player made a par earlier on this hole in regulation, Luke. Not too sure that's going to be good enough in this playoff, however.
Well, this looks enticing here, Rich.
Nobody wants to see this player lay up. Time to be bold.
This one's heading towards the rough, I think. Whoa, wouldn't this be a massive shot to make? Out of the bunker to win it all. A hole out from off this green here to win the tournament. Oh, I thought that one was going in.
And if this putt drops, we'll have another tie. And we'll go into a sudden death playoff.
Well, Rich, they're still all tied after our aggregate holes. More action to come.
Sudden death is where we're headed now, Luke.
And now stepping onto this par 3 hole.
And after that par, they're looking for something good here. Going with the 8-iron here. And not a bad approach. Will be putting.
This truly is do or die. They need this to extend the playoff.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Oh, so close, Rich. The playoff loss, well, it might be a setback, but it was still a gallant effort.
You never like to lose any tournament, but to lose this after such great play and throughout the playoff, man, what a tough beat.
Well, that should do it, folks. Hope you enjoyed our extra coverage in this week's playoff finale. From myself and all the dedicated, talented people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Today's coverage of the RBC Canadian Open is about to begin.
Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Thank you, Luke. What a lovely introduction and what a lovely day. I'm very much looking forward to strolling the fairways alongside these two players. They have been at each other, let me tell you. There's been a little bit of banter on social media back and forth in the lead up to this match. They have a bone to pick. They have a bee in their bonnet, and it's all going to be settled out on this golf course today.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event.
Currently at +1 for the day. Rich, the second hole here at St George's Golf and Country Club, a long, strong par 4.
It is just around the 475-yard mark. This fairway does slope significantly left to right, so the drives can easily find that fairway bunker down the right-hand side.
Going for less club here.
Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing. 16 feet to the cup.
Little birdie look in here.
Oh, what a super shot.
It was nice to see that go in because it has been pretty darn ugly up to this point.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
So after that hole, he's now up to even with the card.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. That's a good-looking shot there. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
This one will run uphill.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. Putting for a par here.
Well hold.
And Brooke Henderson currently in the lead here.
The first of the par 5s is the 4th hole, Rich.
Yes, this hole used to be a par 4, but was extended back in 1968 for the Canadian Open. It's a nice opportunity here to get a stroke back after the opening 3 holes, but watch out. This fairway gets tough to find with the slope that moves it from right to left. Landing area gets very narrow.
Great looking shot this.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And back to the play, shall we? This putt is to move inside the all-important top 10. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? 11 feet to the cup. That was a gallant attempt. This is a bogey putt coming up. And a little slide down the standings after that hole. The 5th hole at St George's is a par 4, Rich.
It is. It plays downhill into a valley that kind of moves away from the tee box, so you should see players hit it down there with some distance, leaving a short second shot.
Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
And from around 135 yards.
He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
Playing their 4th shot. Currently 4 shots off the pace.
Yeah, that's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Judging it beautifully.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Now 5 strokes behind. The 6th hole requires a strong tee shot here at this par 3.
This hole can play anywhere from 170 to 200 plus there, Luke. Don't miss it right or left, though. Those bunkers are nasty.
Is that what they had in mind?
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, Luke. This is a surprise, missing this one.
Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. Never up, never in, as they say, Rich.
This is I can't believe what I just saw there. It seems surreal. This is crazy.
Justin Thomas is atop the leaderboard. He's got a one-shot buffer. Lovely rhythm there, Rich. That's going to work every time.
Around 110 yards to go.
Wind's blowing right to left here, and they're going to go ahead and ride the one in here.
Opting for the 9-iron.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Okay, time to return to the action.
This is looking pretty good in the air.
And here we are with the third shot. Time now for the fourth shot. Ooh, that almost went down.
Putting for a bogey.
And JT is currently our leader. Reached the 8th hole, par 3 here at St George's. What a great looking hole it is.
Wow, this is a really cool little par 3. The green is not very wide, but it funnels in from both sides. However, you just can't afford to miss it short left in that bunker. That is a huge no-no.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
They're going to need binoculars from back here to even see the hole.
Go in. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly. Sitting at +5 overall.
Now a par 5 hole awaits.
Ooh, that was a little bit of an interesting pass at it.
Coming off a streak of 5 bogeys. That should find the bunker.
They found the sand here.
Uh-oh, looks like you're going to need more bunker practice. And here we are with their 4. Okay, so that's step 1, but now going to hold a mid-range putt. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
You know, Luke, I've heard this metaphor before. Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds an acorn. I believe that rings true in this scenario.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Okay, it's time to make the turn and a good time to reflect on the action so far, Rich.
Yeah, they're behind their rival right now through 9 holes, but there's lots of time, lots of opportunities on this back 9 to make up. It'll be interesting to see how it all ends up.
Where did that come from? That's not his style. This shot from the first cut of rough. Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And back to the course with the live action. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. That'll sting a bit.
Sometimes when you try and get it up the hill, you just forget to hit it sometimes, and it seems so in this case.
Sitting at 5 over for the day. The first of the back 9 par 5s is the 11th.
In this hole, we could call what, serpentine, maybe, Luke? Yeah, that's what we're going to go with. However, don't get bit and leave it short right in that bunker off the tee, because you will be rattled.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
Will this one hang on and find the fairway? Or is it headed towards the rough?
That's nicely done. This putt is about 8 feet. Oh, so close. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Ooh. Okay, let's head to the next. Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. Looks like they put a good swing on that one. That should find the short stuff. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
They're setting up this next shot into quite an elevated green, Luke.
And that was a bit of a misfire.
Gotta believe the wind affected the golf ball there.
Even for the day. Trying to crack into the top 10. Getting ready to play their third.
That's a well-played chip shot there.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Let's see what happens here on the 13th hole, shall we? Going with the 7. That's going right.
And he's hit that inside the range.
Setting up here with a very long putt. Wow, was that a rush of blood or something? And here we are with the third shot. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And this next putt, it's for bogey.
And it's Justin Thomas in the lead. Next up is this par 4 hole.
They've hooked this one.